Alright, so this is going to be my thoughts on working out and how to get in shape. So, the fundamental thing to keep in mind whenever you're doing sports or anything physical is mind over matter. That's kind of been the theme of this channel. However, people don't realize how far it can go and how easy it can become. Because 1 minute you can have, say, a building, and then the next minute it collapses, simply because someone created some kind of mechanism to destroy it or bomb the place. That being said, it just shows the power of the mind. If you can conceive it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. I believe that's from Napoleon Hill. And the whole concept of mentalism is that everything is generated within the mind. So maybe not facets of nature, but you could say that was generated in the mind of God, so to speak. So everything, even the chair you're sitting on, had to be constructed at some point in someone's mind. Now, this idea that you have to go through an immense amount of suffering in order to achieve some kind of physique, it's really just some kind of sadistic play between competitors, and honestly, I don't buy in, because I've seen substantial change in my own body and the body of my friends, and it didn't come during our sports routine. I would suffer day and night, working away at those, but my real results came when I began to study the powers of the mind. That's when I started seeing a shift in my body and towards a more ideal person of myself that I wanted to be. So the main concept to get down here is your perception is everything. I know I keep driving this point home, and I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but it really has the fundamental power to change your entire life. Even the things that you would think are completely out there are actually in here in your mind. And even your mind is not necessarily in your skull, it's kind of like in a separate dimension. So that goes along with the Hermetic concept of as within, so without. If you study Hermetics, you'll begin to understand the laws that govern the universe, and it will give you a far greater ability to navigate this world than even some spiritual texts such as the Bible, because these laws are essentially for people who are trying to ascend or gain a higher consciousness. You could even say Christ consciousness. And as we begin to come into unity together with our consciousness and stop fighting so much with all these wars and whatnot, we'll begin to see just how much we can actually do when we work together, and hopefully form some kind of new Atlantis, because I think that's what the new golden age is about. So the goal this time is to not have that place destroyed, but we have to keep an awareness that things have to be equivalent between everybody. You can't leave anybody out, because that will ultimately end in destruction. At least that's my opinion on it, and I believe that an eye for an eye is fair. Everything should be equivalent. Then some people even believe the universe is based on mathematics, and I could kind of agree with that. If everything is equivalent, no one person holds necessarily more power than another, then we're much more apt to achieve a society that can grow and become far beyond what we once knew as Atlantis. So thank you for watching. Please keep in mind that your suffering and the time you put in does not necessarily equal results. It can be something as simple as a change in mindset, a change in belief, sometimes even tuning into the right vibration. So again, thank you for watching. Have a good one.